This is the first part of a series where we'll dive into Scope 3 emissions. By the end of this, you'll know the key levers you can pull in your supply chain and most importantly, what not to do. Today, we'll cover the basics. What are Scope 3 emissions? Why you should care about them and where to start. I'm Ashley Olsson, the founder of Evolveable Consulting. We integrate sustainability and circular solutions for companies around the world. And if you're looking for strategies to understand and influence your value chain emissions, you'll love this series, so keep watching. We're often asked, what are Scope 3 emissions? Scope 3 emissions are the indirect greenhouse gas emissions associated with the activities of your business, both upstream and downstream of your operations. There are 15 categories of Scope 3 emissions that are shown in this figure. Value chains are complex and hard to influence. Most importantly, it's typical that 80 to 90% of a company's emissions sit within their value chain. This is critical to understand when setting long-term emission targets. Do not fall into the trap of setting a long-term target without understanding the potential exposures associated within your value chain. Why do I need to care about Scope 3 emissions? At the end of the day, you need to remain commercially competitive. Here's 6 reasons why. Science-based targets. If you're setting a science-based target to align with 1.5 degrees and more than 40% of your emissions sit within your value chain, you need to set a Scope 3 target. We cover more on this in a video later on. Compliance and liabilities. There is increasing regulatory mandates regarding Scope 3 reporting. In setting a target, you need to understand the liabilities that come with it. This can shape your business strategy around where you invest money to reduce emissions. You can de-risk your value chain. If you have more transparency over your value chain, you can take actions to de-risk certain areas. Climate change risk mitigation. So the quantification of Scope 3 emissions supports reporting aligned to the TCFD framework, helping boards and directors understand the full climate risk associated with their company's value chain. Supplier management. It enables collaboration between clients and suppliers to find ways to troubleshoot challenging areas. And lastly, business model opportunity. This is the biggest one. You can unlock significant opportunities within your value chain to become more efficient and create longer-term value whilst addressing your climate risk. No matter the industry you're in, there's increasing customer expectations that companies are helping the planet to achieve the low carbon transition. As such, customers in your value chain are looking for low emission products. So what can I do to start? Don't make the mistake of jumping straight into quantifying your emissions. You need to build a strategy that will serve you in the long term. Have a think about your company and which Scope 3 categories might apply. Firstly, map your supply chain to understand where you sit in the overall scheme of where your product or service is. This is easy for Tier 1 suppliers, but gets increasingly difficult as you move through the supply chain. We'll cover more on this in the next video. If you like this video, make sure to follow us on LinkedIn, Evolveable Consulting, so you don't miss the future parts of this series. If you want assistance in developing a Scope 3 strategy, please reach out to us through evolveable.com. Now I want to turn it over to you. And now are you now thinking of what your value chain looks like? Let me know by leaving a comment below. Thank you.